Yeah, the guy in the Gulf Stream was like, "What the hell are these little things doing in my way?" All right, there's two options. We can do the recreation, the Pilot Edge recreation flight for that leg now, land full stop, and then do the return flight, which will be kind of cool. It'll be full real time, no cockpit audio, but 360. So that'll be kind of cool. I'm kind of feeling like I want to do that flight and then we'll check out the 360 camera. So if everyone's cool, if you're cool with that, then sweet. That's what we'll do. So it's gonna be pretty simple flight plan. I mean, it was not a complicated flight other than the fact you're going into LAX. So there's our line, and I'm gonna keep pretty much that, but we're gonna move this out to Huntington Beach Pier, and that's gonna give basically the Mesa 220 departure right there. And we'll see what kind of entry we can get into LAX. So will you take 53176 into LAX IRL before everything goes back to normal? Probably not. Lewis, probably not. I don't really have any desire to do that. There's so many other, like,
hey, bird.
Brian.
Buddy.
Brian, thank you for the subscription. Welcome, sir. Like, I would, if I was given the choice right now, LAX, Santa Paula, I would go to Santa Paula, without a doubt. If I was given LAX or Flaybob, I'd pick Flaybob. LAX or Fallbrook, I'd go to Fallbrook. The 12,000 foot runway doesn't, that doesn't pose any challenge. And not that it needs to have a challenge, but I mean, it was awesome going. It was cool being around the 747 landing and the 777 taxiing by, all that stuff. That's super cool. But I definitely feel more excited to go to smaller airports. What's up, Ro? Bar with a dartboard and pool table and lots of beer. That is where I want to go. That sounds pretty nice also. Well, Brian, I appreciate that, man. That's very, very kind of you. Thank you. Let's get this bad boy started up here. All right. Beacon on. We won't go too crazy in startup procedure, but 2, 3, 4, 5. Rep pack turned on that switch for no reason. Okay, and is the parking brake on? Yep. Clear prop. Oh, we just had a friend land or take off. Oh, that's cool. Hell yeah, Pilot Edge, get the gear coming up, dude. Look at that. Dude, he's doing the old school noise abatement procedure right there. Jesus. That dude is light. Dude, that actually looked like the old noise abatement procedure. Crank it up and then level off at 1,000. That's really funny. This is the Coronado F33A. Is the throttle quadrant not working? Throttle quadrant. Okay, let's start this jackass up here. Let's log into Pilot Edge.
Connected to Pilot Edge.
There we go. Maintenance report, refill. This thing is probably just all gunked up. Recharge. Beautiful. Okay. Okay, avionics are off. All right, loaded up, ready to go. We'll now fly into LAX. Let's throttle up, mixture in, Phoenix on, beacon on, fuel pump 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Throttle in the right position for this plane. That's better. Avionics coming on all the switches. Okay, we'll get the Garmin booted up here. Okay, half and half. Dude, flight sims are awesome, man. It's super fun. Let's do 2060.
For instructions, advise on initial contact. You have information, Tango.
John Wayne Atis.
John Wayne Airport. Atis information, Tango. 0053 Zulu. Wind 190 at 8. Visibility 10. Ceiling 25,000 broken. Temperature 23. Dew point 16. Altimeter 2994. Arriving and departing runways 20 left, 20 right. Visual approaches in use. VFR departures, contact clearance delivery. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway.
Sweet. Alright, so we'll be 220 at or below 2400. Departure frequency is going to be 28.1, and we're going to squawk unknown. Let's check it out. Joey clearance, good evening. Bonanza 9072 Sierra Tango, flight following to LAX. Who's it going to be? Is it going to be Goldsy?
Southwest 8101 LA Center,
Yes.
Good evening. Descend via the Rocker 2 arrival. Sierra John Wayne, clearance on departure. Fly heading 330, maintain VFR at or below 2,400. Departure frequency 128.1, squawk 7353.
7353. And clearance Bonanza 9072 Sierra. Can we get the Mesa departure on that and go up the coast?
Sure you can. Maybe you should have requested that, Bill.
Sorry.
72 Sierra, heading 240, rest of the clearance remains the same.
On departure, right heading 240, at or below 2400, departure frequency 281, squawking 7353, Bonanza 9072 Sierra.
72 Sierra, read back correct.
That is unacceptable.
They've busted your chops in a while, Bill.
It feels good, man. A nice memory lane trip I had earlier.
It was over too.
And just to bust your chops a little bit, it would be a 220 heading, not 240. So 240. We'll let him get away with it. Okay, so 240 at or below 2400, departure frequency 28.1.
The information we have for the Mesa departures anywhere between 210 and 240.
And it is exactly 220 IRL, as the kids say.
Roger.
Pull up. Pull up.
Can I lean it out here? Hubert Pham 125. Thank you so much for following. How's it going? What's up, man? Okay, so let's do 20.8 in there, and then 26.8 is next. You can't see that at all, so that sounds like gibberish. Okay. You don't need to see 4 flight up. That's boring. Joey Ground, Bonanza 9072 Sierra, ACI West, tower run it, please.
Pull up. Pull up.
I am the Maz. Thank you for following. Welcome. 20.
Los Angeles Bravo Airspace.
20 is that's
northbound
nothing.
Coastal route maintained 6,500.
Cleared through the Class Bravo on the coastal route northbound at 6,500 for 23 kilo.
Pull up. Pull up.
DW Bentley, thank you for following. Welcome aboard. Happy Garbage Day. Johnny Ground, good evening. Bonanza 9072 Sierra, ACI West, taxi, tower run up.
Could I get to bust your chops again? Over 9072 Sierra, Gelling Ground Squawk 1C.
I was doing it.
72 Sierra, tower run up 5 Bravo.
Tower run up via Bravo, Bonanza 9072 Sierra. As soon as I was clicking it. Give me a friggin' break, Goldsy. Cleared to the right. Cleared to the left.
SoCal departure, November 64972. Would like to request the VOR of the...
Do other people play ATC? They do. Yeah, Bentley. This is a service called Pilot Edge. It's a multiplayer online air traffic control network. Simulates all real-world procedures. And it's absolutely fantastic. So if we have any traffic coming into John Wayne right now, we will see other pilots online flying. So it's pretty awesome. Yeah, it is. It's awesome. It's unbelievable.
Zulu, looking for some pattern work with the Cat 3.
Walker 160.
You get what you pay for, though, Hubert, for sure.
Approaching runway 02 left, 20 right.
Roger. We're 69 Tango Mike Torrance Tower, runway 29 right, clear for takeoff.
Okay, so we'll enrich in the mixture just a little bit. It's idling way too slow. And we'll push it up
7050 Quebec, San Luis ground, runway 29er, taxi via Echo Alpha, cross runway 29er at Echo.
Right, both, left, both, cycle.
Taxi 29er via Echo Alpha, cross 29er at Echo, 50 Quebec.
Okay, that looks good. We'll check idle. Looks good. And get back to 1200. Free there. We already did this at the parking spot a little bit.
69 Tango Mike, connects SoCal departure.
Autogen from SDF. I don't know what SDF is, so I don't. Probably not. If I don't even know what it is. Probably not. Okay.
Biggest tower, Delta train 665 is holding short of runway 26 right on Bravo, ready to depart.
Delta 2665, Las Vegas Tower.
We can set this for 2400.
Runway 26 right, clear for takeoff.
All right, so we're going to be 240 out of below 2400. Departure frequency is going to be 28.1. Beacon code is in there. And we're going to go up to 3,000 feet and hopefully make her into LAX without any issues.
Departure, rate of contact, maintain.
Yeah, you can link it, Hubert.
SoCal approach, 725.
No.
Level 4000.
One of the planes I fly in real life has a 375, which is fantastic. It's similar to this, obviously, but
400 cleared VOR DME Bravo approach.
we can probably add this in here too.
Across the Santa Catalina VOR, at or above 3,400, cleared for the VOR Bravo approach, 972.
Jumping ground, Bonanza 9072 Sierra, continue.
Delta 576, roger. Number 9072 Sierra, runway 20 right, taxi via Bravo Kilo.
Bravo Kilo 20 right, Bonanza 9072 Sierra. Yeah, you want to know what's up with avionics? Brad is the avionics savant. pretty funny.
Bracket ground, Sirius 4241 Alpha at the north side hangars, ready to taxi with Sierra.
Dude, we're gonna have so many
4241
Cirrus
Alpha bracket ground, runway 26 right, taxi
planes
by
on the
November
network
Alpha.
here, and for the next probably 2 weeks.
26 right, taxi by November Alpha, 4241 Alpha.
Southwest 8101, connect LA Center 135.5. Delta 576, connect LA Center 126.35.
So F-33 performance, Brad, compared to the Cirrus SR-20, I feel like this is probably a little bit faster, but not by a ton.
Pull up. Pull
Southwest
up.
8101 LA Center, Burbank, altimeter 29.
CG Mini, thank you very much for following. Welcome.
Delta 2665,
Welcome.
connect Las Vegas departure.
Happy garbage day.
Perfect departure, Delta 2665.
Number 3023 Kilo, connect SoCal
So just
approach
better.
134.9.
SR-20 is a diamond star with a
134.9 up
parachute.
for 23 Kilo.
Alright. I don't think I've ever heard you say that. So that clears things up a little bit, actually.
SoCal departure, Piper 3023
That's really
kilos
funny.
with you.
3023 Kilo, SoCal approach.
Caps deployment in Australia, I did not see that.
2994, 23 kilo.
John Wayne Tower, Bonanza 9072 Sierra, holding short 20 right at Kilo.
9072 Sierra, John Wayne Tower. Good evening. Fly heading 220, runway 20 right at Kilo, clear for takeoff, wind 190 at 8.
Alright, right turn 220, clear for takeoff 20 right at Kilo, Bonanza 9072 Sierra. Lights, camera,
Las Vegas departure,
action.
Delta 2665, 6,000, climbing VV6.
Delta 2665 Las Vegas departure, radar contact, climbing between flight level 19
Okay, flight level 190.
Yeah, VATSIM has its place, but
Walker 169
it's,
spool at and maintain
yeah,
flight level
I mean, it's good for
25.
what it is, for sure. But Pilot Edge is definitely
Dan Lewis Tower, 0 Quebec, holding
the
short
real life,
29er,
the true to
ready for
real
takeoff.
life version. Oh, jeez. I think popped up really quick.
7050, Quebec, San Luis Center, make left close traffic.
Here coming up.
Port midfield down one each time. Runway 29er, clear for takeoff, wind 290 at 11.
Right turn.
Port midfield, and clear for takeoff, 50.
90720, radar contact, sail.
Climbing through 400, Bonanza 9072 Sierra.
720, thanks, contact, SoCal departure.
Departure, Bonanza 9072 Sierra.
Las Vegas clearance, Southwest 244, Ontario.
That was 244 Las Vegas.
It got up pretty quick, Brian. I was anticipating a little bit longer roll than that. It's like, okay, well, now we're flying, I guess. SoCal departure, Bonanza 9072 Sierra, 1,100 restricted, 2,400.
9072 Sierra, SoCal approach, John Wayne, altimeter 2994.
9472 Sierra.
Southwest 244, it's clear to the Ontario Airport. Boche departure, wake transition on its files. Climb by the SID, squawk 3657.
Okay, so
Clear to the Ontario Airport, Boche departure, wig transition, climb via the SID, squawk 3657 Southwest.
it's just so crazy doing
Southwest
every
244
time
redactor.
going back into the sim after a real world flight. That same underwing view.
9072 Sierra, cancel the altitude restriction, resume navigation.
ONAV and altitude Bonanza 9072 Sierra will be going up to 3,000.
Roger.
Yeah, that
Rocky Tower, Sierra
that
4241
screenshot
Alpha,
did look
holding
bizarre.
short 26 right, straight out departure.
Homie,
4241 Alpha,
150
Rocky
sounds
Tower,
like
straight
a
out departure,
perfect
approved, runway
plane to do the
26 right,
Cat 2
cleared for
in.
takeoff. Cleared for takeoff, 26 right, 4241 Alpha.
You know who that sounded like, Brad? It sounded exactly like Dash 1.
San Luis Tower, 50 Quebec,
That was
left
weird.
midfield for 29er.
50 Quebec, runway 29er, cleared for the option.
Cleared for the option, 50.
Use this little feature here. Find nearest. Oh, that's not COM2. That's right. 3560. Don't have digital ATIS, so I have to listen to it.
EFR departure contact clearance for
Echo Bravo,
transit course heading, altitude, and the flight follow is requested. For the all runway assignments and hold short instructions.
Cat 3, file the flight
Advise on
plan,
initial
and
contact
select
Cat
Cat 3.
Information
Drop down
Hotel.
menu on the flight plan filing page. I don't have anything there for you.
Or double fun. Oh, what's there right now?
The cat ratings are, there's 11 of them, and they're basically like VFR training missions in Pilot Edge that they give you credit for. It's like a training course. Gives you a flight to do.
Delta 576, connect
They're really great.
35.4.
They're really helpful, especially if you're just getting into the network. Even if you're a real-world pilot, they seem to be very helpful because they kind of introduce you to the just the network in general. Right, so we're just yeah, it's very cool. This is Zoom level 18.
Walker 169, connect Albuquerque Center, 128.45.
So this is pretty heavy duty here.
Los Angeles approach, Delta 576, 12,900, descending, and we have Tango
on, Coronado.
and John Wayne.
I know you can do
Delta
it.
576, SoCal approach, John Wayne altimeter 299.4, VFR traffic, 11 o'clock, 2 miles southeastbound, 12,200 indicated, type of note.
Traffic in sight, Delta 576.
Roger.
Somewhere around there seems good, I guess. Yeah, it's a pretty big tile, but for me, I fly so much in this area that it made sense to get just the meatiest,
Delta 2665, connect place, center
the meatiest ortho I could reasonably run. 19 is, I think, just too much. There's a point of diminishing returns. So. Yeah, it goes through all the cat ratings go through all the different airspace possibilities. For the most part, there's it doesn't go over everything,
Delta 26,
but everything that you really need to know to just fly around in SoCal in particular, which is some pretty crazy airspace. Did you just do Zoom level 18 around the immediate vicinity of? No, it's all of Orange County.
It was ground number
Orange County, LA,
the
whole tile.
Already checked you with information vector.
Is Zoom level 18. If I probably could have, if I was smarter, do even higher res around John Wayne, but 18 seems to do a good job. If you fly around, if you fly in one particular area, it's awesome to, it's awesome to do, because it's super crisp. At really any altitude, I mean, we're at 3,000 feet. Like, look at that.
Las Vegas ground, southwest 244.
You know, like, that's pretty good.
Southwest 244.
You know, and 3,000 feet isn't, you know, super high up. So that turned out
sorry about that. 3657.
pretty good. And this is why I have had no need for orbits.
1004, which is like 19 left to 26 right.
But yeah,
I'll take 19 left
turned out pretty
available,
good.
southwest 244.
Absolutely. Runway 19 left, taxi by Gulf Delta.
Gulf Delta 19 left, southwest 244.
It's a lot of airports, Brian. Is it like 5,500 airports or 6,500 something?
Bonanza 720, flighting 340, maintain VFR at 3,000.
340, maintain 3,000, Bonanza 90720.
Kilo, contact approach 134.2.
Ah, bye, Goldsy. So
say that frequency for
we've started our vectors.
134.2.
Tracy, what's happening? This is not a A386. This is the F-33. So it's a little bit.
So it's 972. You inbound Wrigley.
It's better than the A36.
Would like to cancel IFR.
So it's a 972. It's a pass on the exam. Radar service terminated.
I tend to fly this more than A36.
Received.
It's much better.
And change to advisory frequency approved. Have a good
yeah,
day.
it's about 155-ish.
Walking VFR.
I mean, we're doing 156 over the ground. So it's pretty.
Departure Piper 3023.
It's pretty comfy around that.
6,500. Piper 302 kilo. SoCal approach. The altimeter 2994. Leaving the Bravo airspace.
At least slow down, you know.
2994 and leaving the Bravo. Resume on navigation.
19.
Number 720, contact SoCal approach 124.9.
24-9 at Bonanza 90720.
SoCal approach Southwind.
Brad, is that airports total or tower? Because I think I was looking at the tower airport number, not the everything. Airports in the U.S.
Thank you.
I saw somewhere, I could be wrong, that it was like 55 or 6,500 for tower.
Contact approach 128.1. 128.1, Delta 576.
SoCal approach Bonanza 9072 Sierra 3000. We've got hotel at LAX.
Bonanza 902, Bonanza 9072 Sierra, excuse me, SoCal approach cleared into the LA Bravo airspace, maintain 3000.
Cleared to the LA Bravo, maintaining 3000, Bonanza 72 Sierra. That's pretty damn good.
SoCal approach at the 576.
That's pretty damn good, Brad. Right at the same freaking spot, dude. There was like a little funky looking lake that we got vectored around. Where are we? No, you definitely did not see it, but I used it as the point that I switched over to the time lapse.
Holding short runway 29 for close traffic.
Is that the antenna for off of
Cherokee 174 Echo Bravo, San Luis Tower. Make left close traffic. Report mid fleet fast runway 29 clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff.
If I can spot that little lake, that would be super cool.
Bonanza 72 Sierra, turn left heading 280.
Left 280, 72 Sierra.
Cessna 50 Quebec, 1 departure prior to you, runway 29 clear to land. 29er, clear land, 50 Quebec. Delta 576, flighting 260 to center maintain 4,000.
I don't think I'm going to see it. I thought it was over more towards
576.
Fullerton.
56 Tango Mike, LA altimeter 29904.
It's cooking it. Well,
299
more than a trainer,
69 Tango Mike.
that's for sure.
Shark 2 3 kilo contact.
I mean, this is pretty good.
24-7.
All right, Lewis, have a good one, man. Thanks for joining us.
Fox Tower, Cirrus November 87 Charlie Fox, 13 to the northeast, inbound to Fox.
Dude, I'm actually really excited to show you guys the 360 footage. The like raw 360. It's gonna be super
approach,
fun.
Piper 3023 kilos, descending 5,700 for 3,000 or 4,500. Piper 302 tree kilo, Point Magoo approach, Santa correction camera, Rio altimeter 29094. 994 23 kilo. Number 87 Charlie Foxtrot, Fox Tower, enter right now and runway 24.
Enter the right downwind for 24 Charlie Fox.
Bonanza 72 Sierra, contact Los Angeles Tower 120.905.
29er5, Bonanza 9072 Sierra.
Southwest 8101, flight present heading, descend to maintain.
These are all frequencies that Brad would just feed me.
Southwest present heading, Southwest 8101.
Southwest 8101, verify 5,200, please.
5,500.
5,200, please.
5,200, thanks.
That's okay.
Los Angeles Tower, Bonanza 9072 Sierra, 3000 information hotel, requesting full stop 25 left.
Bonanza 9072 Sierra, LA Tower, make straight in, runway 25 left, runway 25 left, clear to land.
All right, straight in and clear to land, 25 left, Bonanza 9072 Sierra.
36 field 12, correction 10 o'clock and 12 miles, the flight field in sight. Is that the Delta 576? Affirmative. Alright, yeah, Delta 576.
We can keep best speed here for you as
Clear vision
well.
approach, runway 20 right.
The fastest thing I've flown is a Seminole. I mean, those are pretty fast, right?
Southwest 244 is ready, 19 left.
Cherokee 4 Echo Bravo, going to be number 2, finaling a Cessna, about a mile final.
Be
The Cessna in sight, head to the left.
Faster
Number 2, we have
than,
Cessna in sight for Echo Bravo.
Cherokee 4 Echo Bravo, number 2, behind the Cessna.
PA-28, 172.
Clear to go, runway 29.
No. I stand corrected.
44 Las Vegas Tower, runway 19 left. Clear.
They're slow as that.
19 left, clear for takeoff, Southwest 244.
That's fun.
Southwest 8101, traffic 12 o'clock and 7 miles opposite direction, 4,500 via forward side for no.
Looking, Southwest 101.
Delta 1576, contact John Wayne Tower, 126.8. Over to Tower, Delta 576.
Yeah, trying to like figure out how to descend in this thing.
Cherokee 23 kilo traffic, 2 o'clock and 6 miles southbound, 4,500 via forward side for no. Additional traffic at your 3 o'clock and about 5 miles.
Oh, and Hollywood Park is no longer there and has been replaced by
we'll keep an eye out.
the Ram Stadium, which we got a great shot on the
Quebec,
360 footage.
We'll go to the west Ram 50. 50 Quebec, exit left at Echo, taxi to parking via Juliet, maintenance frequency, that's a Cat 3 pit.
This definitely has a different feel to it, Brad. Having done this for real. I mean, it always does. It's so nice to be able to picture
John Wayne
this.
Tower, up 576, visual 26 right, 20 right.
The last 3 flights,
576, John Wayne Tower,
the
20 right, clear to land.
real world to the sim
right,
has been more impressive to me than sim to real world. It's crazy.
23 kilo.
Avia Rooster, thank you so much for following. Welcome.
23 kilo, thanks. Traffic should
aboard.
be the traffic is 3 o'clock, no fact. Track 2 o'clock, 4 miles.
As I am doing this, I am literally, Brad, singing
yeah, I got the
the
one
song.
at 2 right now.
Trim, 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 trim. I don't have an LAX scenery. Everything is flat. Everything is flat. This looks like total crap. Holy crap.
Number 87 Charlie Foxtrot, runway 24, clear away.
I never come into LAX,
Southwest 244,
so
contact Vegas departure.
I apparently don't have any buildings here,
Southwest 244.
and I also don't have any frames.
San Luis Tower, 50 Quebec is clear, 29er at X. Thank you.
Vegas departure, Southwest 244 is out of 4.2, climbing via the SID.
Southwest 244, Las Vegas
Is it as much of a slideshow for you
Climb
as it is for me?
unrestricted, maintain flight level 190, Southwest 244.
Trim, 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 trim,
Las
trim,
Vegas
trim,
departure,
trim.
Skyhawk 69 Tango Mike, level
Down, whatever you
400.
want. Dude, it's my LAX is flat as a pancake.
Sky 69 Tango Mike, SoCal approach. Van Nuys altimeter 2994, 86 information Delta, current expected visual approach remain 16 right.
The last time I flew in here in the sim
Information Delta, apologize, and 16 right for 69 Tango Mike.
a year ago,
That's okay, I forget my name sometimes too.
6 months
Southwest
ago. or something.
8101, turn right heading 100 field at your 1 o'clock and 11 miles advised Burbank in sight.
Right to 100.
Yeah, Brad has been taking a break with X-Plane.
Cherokee 2 3 kilo traffic, no factor. 2-3 kilo, thanks.
Are we have a Delta?
Southwest 244, contact Los Angeles Center 134.65.
Or
Good flight.
Golf, we're off at Golf.
134.65, thank you, Southwest 244.
Number 69 to Tango Mike, flighting correction, tree 20320.
What's up, Avia? No, not on
320,
not on Vatson. This is Pilot Edge.
Southwest 8101.
Oh, hey, JP. What's up, dude?
Southwest 8101, clear fish approach, runway 15.
Visual, clear for visual 15, Southwest 8101.
Southwest 244, Los Angeles Center, climb and maintain flight level 240. Southwest 8101, contact Burbank Tower 118.7.
18.7, Southwest 8101.
Cherokee 4 Echo Bravo, runway 29er, clear touch and go.
Stand by, stand by.
Purchase Girl, runway 29, Echo Bravo.
Number 69 to Tango Mike, descend and maintain 3,300.
3,300, 69 Tango Mike.
Los Angeles Tower, Bonanza 9072 Sierra, clear 25 left at Gulf Taxi Atlantic, unfortunately.
Bonanza 72 Sierra. Stand by.
Burbank Tower, Southwest 8101, visual 15.
Southwest 8101, Burbank Tower, good evening.
No.
Runway 15, clear to land.
Runway 15, clear to land, Southwest 8101.
Bonanza 72 Sierra, right turn on Alpha, remain this frequency, and have a wonderful day.
Right turn on Alpha, we'll stay with you, Bonanza 9072 Sierra. Talk to you in a bit.
Delta 576, taxi to the terminal via Alpha, and you can remain on this frequency. Good night. To the terminal via Alpha, this frequency.
All right, it's almost 360 time.
Sky 69 at Tango Mike, Van Nuys is at your 1 o'clock and 7 miles. Advise the airport in sight.
1 o'clock and 7 miles, looking for the field, 69 Tango Mike.
Somewhere over here. Man, this is super... I totally forgot that I don't have LAX scenery. I mean, this looks extra flat. I think there's something probably wrong with LAX. Like, there should be a default scenery here, but...
Number 87 Charlie Fox, taxi Alpha to the ramp. Remain this frequency. Have a wonderful day.
Alpha to the ramp with you. Same to you.
But that shows you like how often I come into LAX, which is never. Like I said, the last time I was probably here was a year ago, and it is flat as frick. All right, let's get out of here like quickly. And by out of here, I mean like
Los Angeles,
out of this plane.
69 Tango Mike, have Van Nuys in sight.
That is really bad. I should probably like shut the thing down and see if I'm like missing something. Like, what the hell? I could have sworn there was something here, but whatever. Who needs LAX scenery, honestly? All right, let's check this footage out. I'll try to like give, not really commentary, but it'll be like a Pilot Edge flight. It'll be like an X-plane flight, but instead of the sim in the background, it's going to be real footage. So it's just going to load up here for a second. Hopefully this will be worth it. I hope this works. If it If it does, it'll be awesome. Okay. Loading up. I'm going to need to do a little switcheroo. Oh, and Brad, you could use your phone just as an option, but you may jump in at any point. So let me know. All right, here is the footage, and that looks. Oh boy, there it is. Okay, I'm gonna go into the. Well, you'll see where I am, Brad. So I think Yeah. Okay. I'm in here. So if you wanna pop in, I'm ready to go. And now I'm going to play this. And that's going to show not what I want to see. And I'm going to go this and this. And that. Okay. And I'm back. This is what it should look like, and did not because we didn't have a scenery installed. All right, the GoPro camera was not set up for the return flight. I was in the back. The gentleman that sat in the front. Well, yeah, I just didn't want to be on my camera. So we are now leaving Signature. And we start off, so you can see right behind here, the Cirrus is actually running. You can see the prop kind of spinning there. Disco Sweat, what's up? Yeah, it's got to be the INI file. I haven't ever looked at it for LAX, so LAX might be under there somewhere.
How's this sound?
That sounds great. That works.
Yeah, I thought it was going to sound terrible. So
no, it sounds good.
Sweet.
Yeah. So everybody, this is Brad. This is the voice of Brad. The camera is mounted pecs under the wing, obviously, on the tie down. On the left wing tie down, I got a tie down specific mount that seems to be rock solid, which is sweet. So this flight, I also have a backup battery attached to it, and it will run. The last test I did was on Sunday, and that was over 2 hours. And it ran the entire time. So we won't have any problems anymore, Brad, of the 360 camera dying.
I mean, 2 hours is plenty.
Yeah, I'd say.
Anything more than like 90 minutes in the Bonanza, and I start wanting to get out anyway. So,
yeah,
which is going to make it real complicated when I decide I want to fly to France. But,
that will be longer than 90-minute hops.
Yeah, I mean, the round trip, it's not actually like France. It's an island off the coast of Canada, but it's a 60-hour round trip, so that would be a lot of flying. I think I'd probably do that one over the course of like a week or week and a half.
Hey, can I come and sit in the right seat and wear foggles for exactly 40 hours?
Right? You'll have your instrument rating by the time I do this. So.
I will be your Bob.
You'll probably have your commercial by the time.
This thing, I want this to lock directions. This thing's moving all over the place. I will be ATP. I'll be a 777 captain by then. No.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a lot. I don't want to do it with the current arrangement, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So, because I'm going to have to get at least one oil change done in there, probably two. So.
Oh, on the way, huh?
Yeah, because I mean, 60 hours. I run oil changes 25 to 30 hours, so I'll probably get one. Probably get one before we head out to France, and then probably get one when I come back. So it's a dual purpose trip that I have planned. I mean, it's like I said, a long time down the road, but yeah, the trip that I have planned is out to France, and then I'm going to hit the remaining U.S. states that I haven't been to in the lower 48.
Oh, cool.
So I'll have 49 of 50. Then I'll have to hit Alaska at some point.
Yeah, well, I might have to join you for that Alaska one.
Yeah. I mean, I've got a number of friends up there, so I was planning on doing a bit of an Alaska tour. The question is whether or not I want to do it in the Bonanza, because if I'm going to Alaska, I want to do the gravel and the sand and dirt and all that stuff. But I'm not so sure about taking the Bonanza to gravel strips. Which has been my big hesitation with Amboy too. I'm not so sure about the runway quality, as you know.
Yep.
So it's not so much the length; it's the quality.
Yep, indeed. Okay, so the Cirrus is leaving first, and we didn't even attempt to do a section departure out of LAX because they did not take kindly to the idea of coming in. So we, obviously they probably wouldn't want us leaving together either.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much a non-starter.
That Gulfstream was pretty nice.
Yeah, G5 going straight to Berlin. It's a long flight.
They were going straight to Berlin?
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Yep,
Up and over, I assume?
Yeah, everything's great circle with jet flying, so at least as much as you can.
That is crazy. Jeez. I heard you guys talking about that crew, and I didn't hear exactly the full story, but that's funny.
Yeah. My favorite part about this taxi out is the fact that we're not operating as a flight, and I'm like
just
really
on them.
Close. Yeah,
just on them.
I was waiting.
Also,
for him to speed up, and he does speed up,
yeah, my favorite part of the taxi, which you can't see because it's a little bit low res, is the gigantic 777 behind us.
Yeah.
How cool is that? I mean, it looks tiny and smudgy.
See the picture that Owen took?
Yeah.
With the 777. Yeah, it was pretty funny.
Yeah, that's too cool.
Yeah.
Look at the size of those freaking engines, dude.
Yeah.
To me, that was the coolest part about flying into here. We've gone like over and over about just the size of this runway, and it's a particular thing, and you either are into it or you're not. But the coolest part to me was just being around the really big boys, and that's something we don't get at John Wayne.
Yeah, some pretty scary big airplanes there for sure.
Like what is on final right now. So we have a 777 on final, and then let's see who's able to pick out what this thing is the quickest. That's a smudge that's getting bigger and bigger very quickly.
Going to get substantially bigger.
It's going to keep getting bigger too. Dude, every time I look at this 360 footage too, and even after I output it, I want to click around and view it like it's X-Plane. Dude, that is so cool.
That's pretty sweet.
Oh my god, that is
the old 18-wheeler.
That is some heavy machinery behind us. My god.
Yeah, there's a couple million pounds of stuff and airplanes behind us there. It's fun going into Atlantic sometimes too, because Atlantic is where the what do you call it, the super heavy private jets go. So the 737, 75, 76, 777, the private ones, they go into Atlantic most of the time, just simply because there's not enough room in Signature. Atlantic's got the much, much, much larger ramp. So I've seen Las Vegas Sands with their 747 at Atlantic before as well.
That's crazy. They have a 747?
They got two of them. Yeah,
oh my god.
SPs. They've got two 747 SPs, a couple A340s, 76, 777, a whole bunch of fun stuff. I think the smallest thing in their fleet's a G4.
That's insane.
So, yeah, they do a lot of nonstop to East Asia. So
probably some Dubai trips too.
Yeah, I would assume. I mean, those airplanes go all over the place. So one of their 7.4s, I feel, is almost perpetually on the road. I rarely see both of them at Vegas when I'm there.
That would be an interesting gig.
Yeah. I mean, the casino flight departments are a bit of a mixed bag. You can tell which ones are the good ones because they're the ones who are never hiring. Whereas MGM and Caesars are always hiring.
Those MGM planes are so good looking too.
Oh yeah, beautiful airplanes. They're all fairly new too. I mean, they've got a couple legacy 500s, or a 500 and a 450 or something like that. They've got a couple of the new version legacies. They've got a Lineage. They've got some Gulfstreams.
Yeah, the Lineage is cool. That's the one I've seen, I think.
Yeah, and I mean they're beautiful airplanes, but they are always hiring. I swear.
Here's the really aggressively slow strobes. That Alaska.
Oh yeah, the pulse lights.
The pulsars.
Yeah.
I mean, those 737s, that's still a big ass plane, man.
Yeah, I mean that's a 150,000 pound airplane.
Yeah, I mean it's when you put it directly next to that 747, you can they're definitely completely different, but that's still no joke, to navigate around those things.
Yeah, I mean, like you're sitting at John Wayne head to head with a 7.3 or a 7.5, and that's a big airplane. And then you go head to head with like a 7.6 or a 777 at LAX, and that brings a whole new meaning to the term big airplane.
Yep. I know, they're great.
Or you could fit the entire wingspan of the airplane like through the cockpit.
Yeah, I mean there's definitely not the same. I mean, even remotely same opportunities to get anywhere near those planes like with John Wayne. But it's still scary seeing those big planes that close flying around.
Well, it depends where you go too. John Wayne, yeah, I mean you get real close to him. You operate in close proximity on the taxiways and runways, but there are some airports around where you can just go wander around the yard with these airplanes. Like there was a place in Arkansas or Missouri that we used to go to when I was going to school out there that had a boneyard. And you'd be able to walk into the cabins of 7.4s and 737s and stuff like that. So that we're just sitting on the ramp,
That's cool. So as we do this takeoff, tell me about the VFR departure out of here.
Yeah, so it was weird. I've always gone IFR out of here. I've never actually gone VFR out, even in a single. So the VFR departure, that's so cool. I love the gear swing.
So sick, dude.
Yeah, anyway, so the VFR departure is you're cleared out of the Class Bravo airspace, and they want you to squawk 1200 at the shoreline, turn left on course, and altitude at your discretion. So it's easier than John Wayne. They're just like, get the heck out of the airspace.
Get out of our way.
Yeah.
So you were squawking 1200 right now?
Yep, we're a 1200 squawk out of LAX.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I do remember that now. Yeah, and I think Tom had mentioned that, or somebody had mentioned that it was weird squawking 1200.
Yeah. I mean, both Owen and I, we both mentioned it because he was up front with me on this one. So.
Yeah, look at all those.
I wish they would let me turn out early because I'd get to like the Atlantic ramp and just bust a left.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get out of there.
Speaking of the big boys, it's always cool seeing A380s, man.
Yeah. The whale.
So freaking huge, dude.
Whale spotting.
And this was such a cool departure too. It was like it was a windy day, but it was just nice. Like the water seemed extra clear. The beaches were kind of clean. I mean, there's still not that many people out on the beaches.
I think LA County's beaches are still closed.
Yeah. I mean, this was also kind of unbeknownst to me. I wasn't really paying attention this morning because I had an event earlier that day, and then almost literally ran right to the airport to do this, and didn't realize how many riots there were.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And I'm wondering if we're gonna see anything off the. Well, probably not. Huntington maybe once we get to Huntington. But okay, so right here,
really kicked off in SoCal, but
yeah. So right here, it's okay to talk about this, right?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I mean, no one really knows who this is, but
well, I mean, even then, he would be the first to talk about it. 'Cause,
yeah.
You know, he's a professional pilot, and we own our mistakes.
Yeah, for sure. So you can't see the plane, but we took off not. Oh, that stitching looks weird. We took off staggered from the Cirrus that we flew formation into LAX, and because the Bonanza's so much faster, we ended up starting to catch them immediately. And even though we were planning on just going back on our own, you had made the call like, "Hey, I'm right there with you. Do you want to join up?" The other, I mean, his name's Tom. Tom said, "Yeah, sure." And as soon as he said, "Yeah, sure," he said, "I'm landing Torrance." And we all kind of like looked around at each other and went, "Uh-oh." Torrance, which is right. There's a little
just left of the.
Yeah, like at 11 o'clock right there. This is just for for bearing. That's the Chevron refinery. This is Manhattan Beach. Then you got Redondo Beach, and Torrance is just beyond that. And this is Palos Verdes here. So it comes up pretty quick once you're off of LAX. And Tom says, "I'm landing at Torrance," with no explanation. And Brad, you asked like, "What's up?" or "Everything's cool." And then he said that he thinks the oil cap was left off.
Yeah. So the Cirrus has a 6-cylinder Continental, 180 or 200 horsepower engine. I don't remember. But those 6-cylinder Continentals are a pain in the ass to hot start. So one of the ways to help cool it down, because there's no cowl flaps, one of the ways to help cool it down after shutdown is to pop the oil cap and just let the colder air filter through the system that way. Well, when he re-secured the oil cap, it didn't get fully secured on. So he's got probably a quarter to an eighth of a quart of oil loss as he's making the approach here. So,
and I didn't. Yeah, I mean, this kind of has the like GoPro effect where the wide angle lens makes everything look super far away. We're not very high.
Yeah, we're at like 20, maybe 23 or 2,400 at this point.
Yeah, we're just over 2,000 feet, and you can't tell, but that little smudge out there is Tom. So he was climbing out almost at the same level as we were, and then he got down really quick. So that's him right there. And I couldn't see this from where I was sitting. You're tracking him and commenting how low he was.
Yeah, I mean, he's already down at pattern altitude at this point.
And no joke, I mean, at this point right here, we heard, "I'm landing Torrance," and oil cap was left off. So we weren't told anything else besides those two things. And if, we've all probably heard horror stories about oil caps being left off, or in an engine failure, if you've got like a catastrophic one, the amount of oil that can spray up on the windshield can make it impossible to see out of, and that's really dangerous. So being it a Cirrus, I don't know about you, but I was looking for that parachute.
Yeah, I mean, I that thought had crossed my mind. And really, my thought process at this point is keep him in sight, see what his altitude trend is doing, depending upon the traffic resources that I had available to me.
Yeah.
Keep in comms, and I mean, he was not like, hey, I've got an emergency or something like that. So
no, yeah, and that's a good way to put it. It crossed my mind, but it wasn't like, he didn't sound like it was really bad. Turbinator. Yeah. Thank you so much for the raid. welcome everybody from Torb's stream. Torb, you're the man. We're just debriefing a flight. We got Brad here on Discord, who is the one piloting the Bonanza here, and we flew it into LAX. E55 Phenom driver, welcome aboard. Thank you so much. What's up, Rob? So yeah, we're going through this footage, and we just got to this point where I shouldn't even bury the lead. We flew formation to LAX, so it wasn't. Brad didn't even just want to fly to LAX; had to make it extra cool. And the Cirrus that we were flying in formation with did not have a secure oil cap. And as we're departing LAX and about to rejoin, he tells us that he has oil on the windshield. Well, actually, he didn't even say that. He just said the oil cap is off and he's landing Torrance. So that's Torrance right there. And we're right above Redondo Beach right now. And he is just offshore. We're at about 2,300 feet. And the Cirrus is right there, right where my mouse is.
Crossing the shoreline right about now. No, he's still offshore.
Yeah, he's still offshore just a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, so at this point, the thought process is, okay, he's not in an airplane that's unflyable. So now the question is the airplane landable? With his view obscured and things like that. So the thoughts cross my mind, let's see what his vertical profile does, if he holds altitude or if he makes a beeline for one of the 1-1s or something like that. And if I need to come down there and basically talk him down to the ground, be his eyes for him, essentially. But he's like, nah, we're all good. So as an abundance of caution, I'm tagging up with SoCal right now and telling him, hey, we're going to circle over Torrance and watch this aircraft land real quick. And then we'll be on our way to John Wayne. But SoCal mentioned to someone else that the Torrance Tower is actually closed.
Yeah, they close at 4.
Yeah, adjusted hours, so they close at 4 now. Yeah. So the Torrance Tower is actually closed, and there's somebody still up in the tower. They're still in that 15-minute closure period. So they're still up there. So that kind of is a little bit of peace of mind as well. As at least there's someone up there to call emergency services if need be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So there's Torrance. Oh, you know what? This is a really inappropriate time to do this. But I've been compiling every overhead airport shot from this camera. So I'm gonna save that screenshot.
I'm gonna step away for like 2 seconds.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. What's up, Spaceface? Phenom driver. 2-ship L39 formation, yeah, that would be not bad at all. So yeah, this is over top Torrance right now. One of the I still haven't landed there.
Pull up.
We were gonna go there, but they don't allow touch and goes on Sundays. Steve 099, welcome. Thank you so much for the follow. Again, if you're just joining us. My name is Bill. Just if you're really just joining us, I'm Bill. I'm a private pilot out of John Wayne Airport, which is way out there, and we're just checking out some footage from this weekend of a flight in a Bonanza A36 right here, and so we flew that in formation out to LAX. And I think what I wanted to do is go over that footage again once we landed at LAX before heading back to John Wayne in the sim. What I like to do is debrief a flight in the footage and then do it in the sim on Pilot Edge, and I have the most fun doing that. Richard, what is up, dude? I just passed initial VATSIM ATC. Nice space, right on, dude. Torb, this is the Insta360 1X. It is just my favorite thing ever. It's like having a real world X-plane. Dude, this is insane. This is insane looking. Oh my god. So at this moment, Tom in the Cirrus is somewhere on a downwind.
Look at the dirt patch on the hill there. He's in the dirt patch right now.
Yeah. So he looking back at this, do you think knowing what we knew about the amount of oil he had on his windshield, do you think that he got too low too fast?
I am not willing to judge his flight path from up here.
Yeah. That's true. There's no way to know what he's actually at, but
yeah, I am not willing to make that judgment. He knows his airplane a lot better than I do.
Yeah. Yeah, let's see if we can spot. Oh yeah, he's just to the left of that dirt patch right there, right where the mouse is. And this was some fun steep turns. Hey, who knows what the name of the? I think they made two of them of the plane. Like why? I don't want to say the name, but that's what I was asking. The F-22 prototypes. Do you know that little bit of trivia, Brad?
I do, but it's not what you're thinking of down there.
It's not. Is it the F-35 one?
Nope, it's not that one either.
Oh, what the heck one is it?
It's the YF-23.
Yeah, but which prototype was that for?
It was a competitor to the F-22.
Yeah, okay. It was the F-22. It was the one of the two that they were selecting from.
Yeah, it was a competitor that was not selected.
Yeah. And that plane, one of the two that were ever built, is, where'd he go? Right there. Right next to an F-14. There's probably a better view of it, but I thought that was really funny when I found out that thing was sitting there. So there's the SR-20, and he's on a left base right now for... He landed on the big runway, right?
No, he lands one left.
Oh, he does? Okay. So all right, because I tried to find a screenshot of him landing, and I thought that he was on the right side, but he did land on the little runway. Okay. Yeah, the YF-23. Yeah, you guys got it. C Junk, what's up, dude? Torbix Ortho. Is he on deck?
No, not yet. He touches down about the time we're beaming at the runway, so I happened to time.
Oh, there. Okay. Yeah. Okay. There he is. He's right there. Dude, it's if you're high, it is impossible to spot traffic in SoCal. So he's right over the big hangars. Right past. This is a cool shot. Holy crap. And there he is right over the grass on short final. So no parachute, luckily. And he is down nice and safe. Dude, you cranked it on this steep turn. Look at that. Oh my god, dude. Trust me, that angle is a lot more dramatic. Can I rewind in this mode? No, I can't. Okay, hang on, timeout. Dude. All right, let's get a little bit more straight view. Okay. Was it? Yeah, did we Torrance with the engine out? I think you're right, Ryan. Oh, yeah. Good Lord. And now I kind of know what that feels like.
50-degree turnaround. Ish.
Yeah, 50-ish and then just wings level right now.
Yeah. Well, no wasted movement.
None at all. All right, so he's off the runway. Did he texted somebody, right? Like really quick?
Yeah, he texted the group chat that we had.
Yeah, that's good.
So he just fixed it real quick and then
where haven't we landed with the engine out? Yeah. Yeah, that was
off there. Yeah, because we were the theory here was bust it back to John Wayne to theoretically drop you guys off and maybe grab some oil or go back and pick them up or something, because I have the useful load to be able to take all four of them back to John Wayne.
Yeah, and especially since there was some fuel burn off too.
Yeah. I mean, that's the only reason why, and because three of those people are really small. So
yeah, 2 of them, 3 of them, well, 4 of them, yeah.
yeah, well, I mean,
three and a half of them are not.
John's a normal sized dude, but the other 3 are pretty small. So.
Yeah. Well, our version of normal size is different.
Yeah.
Yeah. 6'4" plus is the correct size for a person.
Yeah, I'll take your word for that one. I'm paying for my height dearly.
I always do, but I still maintain that is the right height.
That is the properly proportioned person.
Yeah. It's just the right answer. Just like that is the right height. So this is the bridge from Gone in 60 Seconds, in case anyone gives a crap. So there's that. I always like flying over Long Beach Harbor for some reason. It's such a big frickin' complex, and it's a cool view of, I mean, a really important hub, of commerce, and it's cool.
Well, the
how
funny
many
thing is, I've been
ships.
flying this airspace for thousands of hours, and I still have never seen the Iowa from the air, the USS Iowa.
Well, we might be able to see it. Do you know where it is?
No, that's the thing, is I have no idea.
Well, we've got the ability to rewind.
Yeah, I think it's off to the right. Like I think it's off. It's not by the Queen Mary. I can tell you that, but I think it's over that way, like in the back there.
Yeah. So here's the Queen Mary, and this is a great VFR point. Flying out of John Wayne, it lines you up with pretty much, I mean, not every, but both of the Bravo transitions that you'd need. You go straight to the Queen Mary from John Wayne, and that's going to set you up for the coastal route and the special flight rules. So knowing where that is very helpful. And it can't see any riots from here.
Downtown Long Beach.
Even if you're just going to LAX, this always just feels like going home,
Yeah. I mean, that's when I do my trips northbound. About the time that I'm over Long Beach Harbor is when I'm starting to plan out my pattern and all that stuff. So.
Yeah, it's like that feeling you get on a road trip with your parents or something, and you start seeing the restaurants you recognize and the street names. You're like, oh, okay, you're finally getting home.
Yeah.
So it's a good feeling.
Yeah.
Still a lot of ships out here. This seems like there are a little bit fewer than there were a few weeks ago, but that's still a busy harbor.
Yeah.
It's a big ass breakwater.
When I drove from Illinois back home, my brain clicked into that I'm home mode about the time that I got onto the 241 from the 91.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And then I was like, oh, hey, I remember this. Because that was the first time I had driven that in 3 years.
Yeah, someday orthos will be this good. And we'll have like dynamic waves and stuff.
Cherokee 4 Foxtrot Golf, you can contact
Someday,
Tower
perhaps
126.8. Good day. 126.8. See ya.
Space Face, have a good one, dude. Look at that coast. Yeah, the water was like really turquoise.
Yeah.
It was like particularly
nice
pretty.
Light caps down there.
Yeah, what was the deal with that wind, man? It was 17 gusting 22 at LAX.
Yeah, from the proper direction too.
Yeah, very weird. I was not expecting to hear that on the Aegis.
Yeah.
Or on the tower. The tower, I guess, told us that.
Yeah.
That's weird. That's weird stuff.
Check the Aegis at Long Beach or at LAX right after I started, and it's 250 at 17. I'm sitting there going, "Are you sure that's not a typo? Are you sure it's not like 250 at 7? Because that's normal."
Yeah, 7. It's like 4 to 7 knots straight down the pipe at any one of these coastal airports is pretty typical.
That's totally the norm. But the funny thing is it gets up above about 10 knots at any of these airports, and all the recreational guys just stop flying.
Yeah, that's when all the fun starts.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's when that's when you go out and go fly when you're someone like me, because then you can pretty much get whatever you want.
Yeah. There's
You know?
Emmy and Eva. This is depicted in certain sceneries in X-Plane as well, and those are nice to have a reference. Those oil tankers.
Well,
So,
Ryan, you live somewhere where there's actually weather and seasons. So we don't have either of those things.
yeah, beaches are still looking pretty quiet, and Huntington was pretty, like, there's a fair bit of traffic going into Huntington Beach, and there would have been protests right now there. So if we had flown right over the pier, we would have gotten a pretty good shot of some of the craziness.
Yeah.
I heard Miles Square Park for the first time in a long time on this flight.
Like an assignment?
It was not an assignment, but it was just somebody, a Cessna inbound from. So I'm assuming he was assigned that.
Yeah, anywhere from the Fullerton, El Monte, those places. They'll send you to Moscow.
Yeah, I have not heard that in a long time.
Yeah, when it gets really busy, they just send everyone to the pier.
Yeah, Miles Square is just such a weird. It's a weird one because it's hard to see. That's it right there, and it is literally just a mile square, and it's a park.
Yeah, I had such trouble finding that when I was a low time guy. Now with GPS, because I didn't have GPS when I was flying before I left for college. Now with GPS, obviously it's much easier to just plug in the point. But yeah, at the time,
I think I just passed over my boss's house.
Cool.
I gotta go back and screenshot that and send it to him. That's hilarious.
I put some of these pictures you sent me through the Lightroom editing app.
Yeah, they look so good.
Oh yeah, man! Especially after you put them through Lightroom.
Yeah,
like, they're awesome.
Captain Henry, what's happening, man? Thank you for following. Welcome. Yeah, the cool thing about these photos is that they're such high res, unlike some GoPro shots taken from video, that they actually clean up really nice. Like there's very little artifacting and like compression stuff.
Man, you can really see how fast I'm going here.
Yeah, and I'm gonna look at South Coast really quick because this was all shut down that night, and there was like a fair bit of rioting and activity at South Coast.
Pull up.
Yeah,
that looks pretty.
Pull up.
Pretty clear. Huh. Yeah, I'm gonna rewind that so we can get a shot of the gear coming down here.
Yeah. Well, go to like there, because you'll really see the speed and then how much it changes when I throw the gear. Yeah, because the gear is worth like 40 knots.
So fast. Yeah. Oh, and look at the deceleration is crazy. Thank you to whoever just followed. I missed the notification. So I apologize. Say hi in the chat, and I will say hello. But thank you very much. Oh, Henry, it's all good, dude. Okay, remind me here what was going on with this approach. Do you remember?
Oh yeah. So there was a Cessna that had been switched from the left to the right, and he was kind of taking his time.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, so I never fly long patterns if I don't have to. And the person in the front seat here with me has probably 3 times as much Bonanza time as I do. So, which is funny given his experience and his age. But yeah, he's probably got triple the Bonanza time that I do. So yeah. I habitually fly very tight patterns, but especially when I've got someone else up front who knows what they're looking at.
Do you think he's landed more than you have, though?
Say that again?
Do you think he's landed that much more than you have, though?
Probably. Yeah. I mean, he's got he's been flying Bonanzas for 5 years.
Yeah. A lot of ferry work. Torbs, thank you, man. I love doing these because I always learn something every time we go through these footage. And like Brad being here is extra cool because, there's things that I see it through the lens of a, 75-hour private pilot. Brad looks at it through the lens of a, whatever comma in the time, professional pilot. And CFI, I mean, that's obviously, in his blood to instruct too. But that's right, yeah. So somebody was getting off. It was probably like a Royal plane that was parked at Jay's and wanted the right side.
66 something was the tail number. Was, the last three were 66 something.
We could find him and tell him to go faster next time. So I was like, you did keep it tight. So this is. What are you doing here right now? Probably like
this is a reasonably tight approach, but this is not as tight as I usually fly.
No, yeah, this is probably I would say this is a medium.
Yeah, like this is what normal looks like, basically.
Yeah, this is a medium. If you're on the left or on the right side, if you're in a 172 on the right side, the MacArthur loop is kind of over here. So
yeah, it's awful.
Yeah, so like a like a normal pattern with a 172 on this side, you kind of come here and then in. You're going way faster, 30% faster probably, and are right here. I mean, that is tight, dude.
I'm also a lot draggier, though. That's the thing.
Yeah. A lot draggier, and we've also got a lot more runway to work with, so you can error on the side of faster.
Yeah, I mean, I've flown the same pattern to 20 left as well.
Well, SimEdge, thank you, dude.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's really just the fact that Bonanzas don't glide well. And especially when you throw gear and flaps and things like that.
Uh-huh.
So, you saw when we did that Ontario flight, over a year ago now.
Yeah. The nighttime.
Yeah, I mean, I threw the gear and the flaps on downwind to beam the numbers, and it was a 1,900 foot per minute descent rate.
That's insane.
So, I threw gear and flaps, turned to the runway, and I didn't make the runway.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
So,
SimEdge, thank you, dude. Yeah, it's amazing that, going from that 50-degree to wings level turn, that's what it gets you, but the flip side of it is you're not a DA40. So right here, I'm thinking right here, and I know you probably are too. I'm looking at this guy who, this is very smudgy right here. You're doing about 100 here, I would say, right?
Probably somewhere around.
Somewhere around 100.
I think I'm still wings clean at this point. So.
Okay, no flaps. So here's Lima, here's Kilo, here's Juliet, and this Cessna passes Juliet. Probably could have made it if he got on the brakes a little bit earlier, and starts to decelerate to hotel like really slow. And we got cleared to land. Like we were cleared to land number 2, and this dude is still on the runway, and then he was finally started to turn off there, and then you were good to continue. How much were you hovering that go around power?
I mean, I'm not really hovering it, but I'm always ready for a go. That's the thing. Because you never know when. Sorry, all my power just cycled. You never know when ops is going to pull out on the runway or something like that.
Yep. That was a nice touchdown, man.
Yeah, in the touchdown zone. That's important. Did I get lazy? No, I'm kind of sort of on centerline. Kind of sort of.
Well, you have that like the taxi lines start to like veer off from centerline, so you can kind of like, well, I'm taxiing off. Like that's paralleling it. Yeah, that was pretty nice. Now, I kind of want to go back, since we're like debriefing the approaches and landings. The LAX approach was, oh, hi. Hey, Bill. I don't know either. What a weirdo.
Weirdo.
What a freaking goofball. I'm trying to think back of the like every landing that we've done in that plane, and I can't think of a time. Maybe one of the Catalina ones were unique in like your power setting, like coming in so steep. With power off, like you don't really come in with that plane with the Bonanza. You don't really do the Cessna, like I'm super high power idle kind of deal.
Well, now you know why. Having flown it from the left seat, now you understand why.
But you did it on this time. You did it on this flight,
right? Because I needed to slow down. That's the thing about building my normal procedure with power in. Is that when I really need to drag up the airplane, I can just pull power to idle, and the prop just goes flat.
Yeah. So it's really, yeah, it's more prop than power. I'm gonna clear these. So this is the for anyone that's interested, this is the Insta360 editor. It's super easy. You can stick in. I'll just show you quick. You can stick in a keyframe, and then you let it play a little bit. You move the camera around, and then you're like, okay, that looks good. You stick in another keyframe, and now you want it to progressively zoom in, so you zoom it in and then you give it a keyframe. So it's pretty easy, and then you just output it and you're good to go. But I want to clear all of these, so I don't want any freaking keyframes. We got split up because LAX did not want us.
Video. I want to see my 2 cross unders, and I want to see the brake.
Two cross unders in the brake.
Yeah, can you show that? I don't know if you can or not, but
yep,
that'd be super cool.
Okay, yeah, it should be coming up.
Oh, and the rejoin would be cool too.
So here's the cross under.
Well, that's not bad. Can you see the rudder when you're in the camera view?
Not really.
All right, yeah.
Not really. I mean, you can.
We
were in there tight, dude. I mean, we're like waving to friends. Like,
yeah,
that is such a weird sensation.
But yeah, that's a normal space. When I cross back under to the right, though, I wind up too far aft, and I'm fighting to correct it.
That looks pretty good. I mean, the further back you get the camera, it starts to kind of get distorted a little bit, but that's money.
Here's the cross under again, so I'm just too lazy on it. Need to be more aggressive. Yep. That's exactly what happened.
But there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, there's for just GA farting around, on a Saturday. That is.
Oh yeah, I'm just always trying to get better.
Yeah, that is plenty tight, and I'm saying that kind of for that's plenty close for most people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that Cirrus is a pretty plane. It looked good up there for sure. It doesn't have the Bonanza just looks so good from every angle. There's some angles that the Cirrus
pilot is always learning.
Yeah. There's some angles where the Cirrus doesn't look that dramatic, but the Bonanza to me looks dramatic in almost every angle. Looks meaner. Okay, because I do want to show the audio for people that haven't.
Yeah. No, I just,
come in.
Yeah.
But I want to get to this approach. This was what, like a 15 mile straight in, something like that.
Oh, Something like that, yeah. I mean, they dumped us way out there, and then we were following an A321 that I was running over on final because they slowed all the way down to like 140, and I was doing 170 downhill.
I love how proud you are of how fast this plane is. You make a point to tell every controller, like, I can do 170 if you want.
Oh yeah, because I mean that's like a blank check.
I know.
Yep. Because the magic number is 150. Everybody can do 150. So if you can do 150, you can blend with anyone. But if I can do 170.
Yeah. So this is really cool. We've got a couple of people that we know that work at this facility whenever it opens up. And it was cool enough seeing this doing the Bravo transitions, but getting this freaking close was really cool. That is a major project, and it's cool to be able to fly over that close.
Yeah. Well, if you ever land, even on an airline flight, land the 2.4s, you'll get real close to it too. 2.48. Yeah.
It's super.
Yeah, Ryan, Tower hates 170. The approach, on the other hand, loves.
Yeah, if they're having to slow you down for spacing, that helps.
When they're watching this single engine piston have a 40 knot overtake on an A321 inside 5 miles, that's a bit disconcerting for them.
All right.
So I'm doing like probably 155 here.
Yeah. So why were you so high?
So wake turbulence off of 321 is some of the worst around. So I was doing everything I could to not hit the wake.
And we've got 17 knot sustained winds headed straight back for us.
Right.
So by the time you get to the runway, the wake is probably gone at the runway.
Potentially, yeah. I mean, that much wind is going to eat up all the wake anyway.
Just dissipate it altogether.
Pretty much, yeah. Anything over about 10 knots is gonna kill it all, pretty much.
But if you're on glide slope or I mean, you weren't. It's not like you were super high. I mean, this isn't like that high. And it's
so
yeah.
If you think about it, if I'm even the minimum 3 miles in trail of that A321, and I'm on glide path and he's on glide path, then that wake is going to be 300 to 500 feet below me when I get there. Because I'm going to be about a minute in trail of him, minute and a half in trail of him, and it's going to sink. So, it's just an abundance of caution, really.
There's no reason not to.
Yeah, I mean, plus I've got 11,000 feet of runway to play with.
Yeah, so. and that's what, with 20 left, with a parallel landing or takeoff or whatever, you don't have a lot of options, unfortunately. Yeah. This is, I mean, we could have landed halfway down the runway and been totally fine.
Yeah, and my exit plan was actually Alpha 7. I was planning on an Alpha 7 altitude ramp, but I surprised myself with how fast this thing stopped.
Yeah, so here you're idle. We're forward white and you're idle. And the nose comes down. And it really does not do a good job of showing how steep that angle felt like in the cockpit. I mean, we were looking down at the runway.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still putting it down in the touchdown zone here. On the far end, but no, I floated a little long. There's brakes, back pressure.
Yeah, you really wanted that turn off, right?
I didn't originally plan it, but I was it was slowing down so fast on the rollout that I could get away with it with not really burning up the brakes. So plus I knew that signature was right here off of Golf, so
freaking easy.
Yep, and just straight in with him.
With you.
Yeah, which you never get at LAX.
So it's weird. It's weird times, man.
Yep.
It's weird times. I mean, even if it was just, I mean, that is a straight in. Could that be potentially their discretion to just, like why bother the ground guy if you're going straight in?
I've gotten taxis with the tower late at night, but never during broad daylight.
Even for a short taxi like that, because you're already, how long would you be in movement area? Like 30 seconds?
Well, remember, that's a busy taxiway, so they might need you to come back around if there's like a 777 or something, or something like that, so.
Yeah.
You never know.
You never know. What does that say? Your rendering options are set too high. Oh, that's because I'm running 360 footage right now, and my computer's going, nope. You want to run? Pick one, buddy.
Yeah, right.
Not both. Okay, so before we head back, I think very few people are probably here from the beginning. If you are here from the beginning, holy crap, that's happy Tuesday. Cheers. But if you are not here from the beginning, this is the flight out from John Wayne to LAX, with all the audio and everything. It's not that long, but it does give you a better idea of what was going on in the cockpit during some of that footage that you just saw. So hope you enjoy this. We'll come back and head back to John Wayne and recreate the flight that we just did, the full 360 version of. So here is that. Maybe.
Right, Lemon Yankee, wind 22013.
So we couldn't have just flown into LAX. We had to do it in a formation flight, a section takeoff and landing.
I've been at LAX. That's not interesting.
Yeah, well, I haven't.
Well,
You had to make it extra interesting so nothing else was cool ever again.
well, people are calling me boring.
Who's called you boring?
You, Justin.
Not all the time. Not to your face.
Julia helped me pick the music. I kind of did.
Go for your run-up, advice complete.
1,308
Wilco. Bravo Victor, flight of 2 complete. We're ready to go.
6 Bravo Victor in flight, runway 20 right, taxi via Bravo Kilo.
20 right, Bravo Kilo, 6 Bravo Victor flight. You can close your door when you're ready. Okay.
Jet 79 Papa.
I didn't hear it click.
20 left, hold short up, runway 20 right.
Cross 20 left, short of 20 right.
There we go.
759 Papa.
That wave.
I think that's our new subscriber GIF.
Do we have pictures yet of the? No, nobody's put anything in that drive file.
Nope. Yeah, I checked it. I checked it before I wrapped this.
I'll poke the other guys tomorrow.
John Wayne Tower, Skyhawk 19 or 739 are on the ground.
This is like old John Wayne right now.
West side.
Minus all those empty.
Right, yeah.
739 John Wayne ground. You can taxi Bravo, hold short of Golf. There's a helicopter.
And that this is all on one frequency.
739 via Bravo, hold short Golf.
Duke 6, you're going to see another one taxi out, but they'll be short of Golf for you.
Sounds good, sir. Duke 6.
We're 6 Bravo Victor in flight. Caution with turbulence. The challenge is way upwind. They're no factor now. Your right turn is approved, and use caution. There's a helicopter touching down on Bravo. Runway 20 right at Kilo, clear for takeoff.
6 Bravo Victor, flight of 2, 20 right at Kilo, clear for takeoff. It'll be a 10-second stagger.
Alright, Brad, I'm
North County Tower, 11-702.
Go for it.
Now for late up here through 2,700.
Or 7702 Lima John Tower, cross over the control tower, of 1,300 for left traffic, runway 20 left.
02 Lima over the top for traffic, left traffic for 20 left.
Or 739er, caution rotor watch, you can continue Bravo to the tower and up.
Tower 729er, helicopter in sight, 2 tower run up via Bravo.
Marine Yankee traffic that follows ahead and to your left on the straight in at 500. You got him now?
Yep, we got him inside. 8 Lima Yankee.
Thanks.
Get to 100 as fast as you guys can.
That's 364 kilo, cross runway 20 right, hold short over my 20 left.
Cross 20 right, hold short 20 left. 364.
Marine Lima Yankee, traffic citation 4 mile final for the parallel runway.
Negative contact, 8 Lima Yankee.
And you can really see it lifting off that gear.
Yeah, those earlier struts extending a little bit.
Bravo Yankee, number 2, behind the citation for 20 right.
255 Bravo Yankee, John Tower, number 2, runway 20 right, clear 2, land.
Good land, number 2, Bravo Yankee.
Marine Lima Yankee, traffic citation 2 mile final for the parallel runway.
Looking 8 Lima Yankee.
Go for the turn.
John Wayne ground, Scars 5678, Reggae 810, pushback complete, ready for taxi. Where are we going? What's the heading?
220 heading.
20 right.
Alright, 220. Alpha Shuttle Lima, Scars 5678.
Yeah, Ryan, the cowl flaps are open right
Lima
now.
Yankee has the landing citation.
Ryan, the cowl flaps close automatically after takeoff. There's a whole bunch of airflow over them, so they kind of shut themselves about halfway.
6 Bravo Victor 500.
6 Bravo Victor and traffic 5 southwest, they'll pass off your right, no factors to Saratoga inbound, contact SoCal departure.
6 Bravo Victor, flight push 12535. Departure LSA, I'm sorry, Cirrus 816 Bravo Victor, flight of 2 is 800, climb 2000.
So like I almost called myself citation on the takeoff.
Transponder looks like they have theirs on. And say intentions.
Squawk standby, guys. 816 Bravo Victor, we're working on the transponder and we're landing LAX.
Oh, roger that. November 816 Bravo Victor. And advise then when you have information Sierra, and you just want to go kind of direct from Hawthorne in, or how do you want to get there?
6 Bravo Victor flight, we do have Sierra, and we'll go whatever way you need us to go.
816 Bravo Victor, roger. Why don't you proceed to Hawthorne Airport?
Traffic.
And actually, why don't you go directly over Long Beach there at 3,000 feet, and then we'll switch over to get you straight in sequence.
6 Bravo Victor, roger, understand, direct Long Beach, direct the LAX airport, 3,000 feet.
Alright, Brad, we're going to start that turn now.
Go.
Air 415 Golf Bravo, contact approach 128.1, get 8. 28.1, 5 Golf Bravo, thanks. Cherokee 6387 Romeo, turn left heading 040, altitude at your discretion.
Left turn 040, altitude my discretion, 810 Romeo.
November 816 Bravo Victor, once you get over the top
you switch
of
from
Long
COM1,
Beach,
Bill?
fly heading 350, vector for straight in sequence to Los Angeles.
Okay, over Long Beach, heading 310, 816 Bravo Victor flight.
350 on the heading for Sierra 6 Bravo Victor flight.
I'm sorry, 350, heading 6 Bravo Victor flight. COM2.
Cherokee 87 Romeo.
You copy that, 350 heading?
1,000.
After Long Beach.
So 350, and then he's going to vector us direct for Los Angeles.
You got it. So after Long Beach, 350 heading up to 3,000 feet for now.
VFR, practice approach approved, no separate services provided.
Maintain VFR, practice approach approved, 900.
I'm going to pop over to the other side and get these guys some pictures, all right?
863.
Okay, we going to 2,000 or 3,000?
Got to go to 3.
All right, up to 3.
November 863.
All right, I'm going left now.
Say intentions, Long Beach altimeter 2909.
Owen creeping over my shoulder.
Hold over Seal Beach, and then after the view, Alpha to Fuller 10863 Sierra.
2's left.
You just, November 863 Sierra Lima radar contact a mile east of Torrance. Do you just want to hold at Seal Beach at this time?
Yes, for now, and then after the hold, requesting the VOR Alpha into Fullerton 863 Sierra Lima. Oh yeah, I'm balling to the wall.
Roger. Perfect. And why don't you climb VFR to 3,500 then for the hold, and then advise
How's that on?
for the approach with information November.
Bill, can you coordinate with the back seat, please?
November and 3,500 for the hold.
Good? Yeah, we're good.
Mooney 535 Charlie, SoCal approach. Go ahead with request.
Nice and smooth up here. Small favors.
Mooney 535 Charlie, squawk 0235, maintain VFR.
All right, I'm coming back right.
I'm sure we might be able to work something out. November 72 Sierra Kilo, altitude's at your discretion inbound to bracket now. Mooney 535 Charlie, possible traffic, 11 o'clock, 2 miles opposite direction, 3,400 indicated. Mooney 535 Charlie, I want you to radar contact 2 miles north of Torrance, turn right heading of, let's do 160 for now, traffic 12 o'clock, 2 miles, 3,500 indicated. Cherokee 6387 Romeo, 4 miles from Gunny, turn left heading 310, maintain VFR, practice approach approved, no separate services provided.
Left turn heading 310, practice approach approved for Cherokee 87 Romeo. Alright, we're leveling in 200 feet.
I just realized that this controller is this guy.
444 Foxtrot Golf, see ya.
Later. 535 Charlie, you can resume on navigation, just hold that altitude for now, inbound to the Huntington Beach Pier, verify Zulu at John Wayne.
SoCal Southwest 1525, 7,000.
Bill, can you on COM 1 tune 124.3?
Mooney 535
24.3.
It's disgusting you knew that, Brad.
2 Mile Square Park, and we'll coordinate it.
Alright, 24.3 is ready.
24.3 is the departure frequency. 24.9 is the arrivals.
SoCal approach, good afternoon. Do you,
just let me know when you're ready.
I did. We did have to change that.
Alright, we're leveling here at 3.
It was close enough, though, dude.
Cherokee 4 Foxtrot Golf, you can contact John Wayne Tower, 126.8.
126.8, see ya.
Tower, 119.4.
Peace out, Rye.
119.4 for Cherokee 87 Romeo.
Mooney 535 Charlie, traffic 12 o'clock, 2 miles eastbound.
That was a good one.
500 VFR.
See ya.
I'm going to pop up just a little bit to get the underwing camera a good view.
Okay. Cirrus 816 Bravo Victor,
Go to
what's the runway you're looking for at Los Angeles?
6 Bravo Victor, like 25 left if able.
God, that's a gorgeous shot of that plane right there.
I
goes
popped
through
up
on
a little bit so that we could hopefully get some screenshots from his camera.
Did that go through on 1? Yeah, it did, yeah. Go back to 2. 2.
Owen creeping over my shoulder.
816 Bravo Victor, sliding 340 now for traffic.
Heading 340, 816 Bravo Victor flight.
Okay, starting the turn.
2.
Yeah, that looks awesome. Long
November
reach in the
72
back.
Sierra Kilo, traffic approach 125.5.
Sorry, these are a little steep up right now. The autopilot doodle.
No worries, I'm in. No worries.
Swing 3 Sierra Lima, traffic 7 o'clock, 1 mile, undertaking you is a Mooney at 3,000 VFR.
Roger, look for traffic, 863 Sierra Lima.
16 Bravo Victor flight, push 124.9. Appreciate the help, sir.
Anytime. Southwest 1525, contact John Wayne.
124.9. There we go.
Seats that we use.
SoCal Cirrus 816 Bravo Victor, flight of 3000, heading 340.
That swap button was a little sticky.
LAX, correct?
That's correct, ma'am.
Yeah.
816 Bravo Victor, roger for sequencing.
Unfortunately, I don't think that Garmin 430 is much longer.
You're going to be number 3 for runway 25 left.
816 Bravo Victor, understand right turn 050.
The hesitating side, I should say.
Bringing it in now, Brad.
Bravo Victor cleared out of Los Angeles class Bravo airspace, maintain VFR at or above 3000.
VFR at above 3000, cleared to the Bravo 816 Bravo Victor flight.
At or above 3000, number 6 Bravo Victor, at or above.
I'm sorry, at or above 3000, 6 Bravo Victor flight.
Until it wasn't.
39011 heavy, reduce speed to 190.
On 2.
Reduce to the 190.
You guys made the switch 24.9, correct?
Yeah, 675, I'll slow you in about 6 miles.
Okay, 120.95 is the next frequency.
I'm going to slow you at a 20-mile final.
What was our air-to-air frequency, Brad?
You said 050, correct?
I'll tell you later.
Hey, firm.
Cool, rolling.
Alright, 2095 is up.
Bravo Victor information,
Go
Sierra's current at LAX, Los Angeles altimeter 29908.
6 Bravo Victor, we have Sierra, thank you. Going to 2. Thanks. Yeah, 1 whenever I need to talk to ATC, 2 otherwise would be awesome. Okay. Thanks. That looks insane.
And this is the best speed I got for you, Brad.
This is plenty.
Okay, good.
They may want a little faster downhill, but I'm not sure yet.
Yes, 433, speed 17 or greater, Delta, contact Los Angeles Tower 120.905, good day.
170 Greater Jetta and Tower 2095. Good day, Scout 433.
American 1830, ready speed at 250.
Oh, 250, American 1830.
Number 6 Bravo Victor, I'll be
There's that
turning
funny
you on
little
a base
pond.
here in just a
That's
few
my
more
cut
miles.
point.
6 Bravo Victor. 2.
And now watch as the H.264 codec tries to keep up with time-lapse. That's a lot of pixels for that poor little codec to try to figure out.
Tuck in, put a picture there at one point.
Yeah, that looked awesome. Time-lapse always gives like a really interesting scale perspective of flights.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Nice, dude. That's right where the camera died.
Nice.
Unbelievable.
Good timing.
Just right when we're pulling in. So crazy.
Yeah. Excellent.
So freaking crazy. Okay, we're good, we're good. So you got a full day of class tomorrow too?
Yep, another 11-hour day.
Beautiful. Jeez, dude.
Yep, I've got half a check ride in the morning. And then the rest of the day is, and then I've got my half of the sim, and then the rest of the day with ground school and such.
Well, that's fun.
Yeah,
Recurrent
the
sounds like
weird
fun.
part is the dude who I'm sim partners with is done tomorrow. So he's on the 3-day recurrent program. I'm on the 4-day recurrent program. So he takes his check ride tomorrow morning and passes it. Like, he's gonna pass, obviously. But then even though he passes it, he has 4 more hours of ground instruction to do. So he's got to go do the rest of the ground instruction upstairs, even though he's already passed his check ride and been tested on the ground material that he hasn't covered yet.
So he just has to sit there and have the clock run.
And just basically suffer through 4 more hours of ground for no reason at all. So, but yeah, it's just the way the scheduling worked out this time around for him.
This
he's here
is a good use of tax dollars. Okay.
Yeah.
That sucks, dude. That sucks.
Yeah. Is what it is. It's good information, so
Yeah.
for the most part.
There's got to be some reason for it, and you got to fly a big video game for half the day tomorrow.
Yeah, it's not nearly as fun as you'd hope.
I'm sure it's not.
Yeah, it'd be fun if everything was working, but the whole point of the sim is that things stop working. Like I shot an ILS to minimums today using only the standby instruments.
Oh God.
And that sucked.
That's fun.
That sucked. I'm just glad that there wasn't more wind than there was.
That is really funny.
Yeah. First time I ever did that was in my CJ type rating I was, 960-hour pilot with 50 hours of multi. It was like day 5 of me flying the sim. And I was single pilot flying an ILS on the standby instruments to SFO, down to minimums. It's one thing to do it with another guy in the airplane who's a captain. Like, this guy who I'm flying with, he's been flying citations for longer than I've been alive. And it's another thing to do it single pilot,
That's crazy. Arnold, thank you so much for 17 months. Holy crap, dude. Wow. Happy Tuesday, Arnold. And thank you.
With the long day, I should probably get going.
Well, Brad, thank you for all the insight. That is fantastic as always.
Yeah.
And get that stuff knocked out and get back safely to SoCal.
Yeah, am I glad to be coming home soonish.
Good, dude.
Alrighty. Hasta luego, y'all.
Alright, peace out, Holmes.
Yeah.
Peace. See ya. Okay. Let's get back to John Wayne and hope that no one has any oil cap issues.
Approaches to all runways are in progress. Simultaneous instrument departures in progress. VFR departures contact clearance delivery. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Juliet. Los Angeles International Airport. ATIS information, Juliet.
Okay, are we the right? Yep, LAX clearance. Looking good. Nearest LAX. Ooh, that's a lot of ramps. We'll try that guy. Los Angeles clearance. Good evening, Bonanza 9072 Sierra. Information, Juliet, over at Atlantic. Like VFR flight following to John Wayne, please. Boss texting, what's up, dude? At it again.
Bonanza 9072 Sierra, LA clearance, cleared out of the Los Angeles Bravo airspace. Fly heading 250, make a left crosswind departure at the shoreline, exit Bravo airspace, maintain VFR 2500, departure frequency 134.9 or squawk 7044.
This is not what we got in real life, which is hilarious. Alright, Bonanza 9072 Sierra, on departure left heading 250, until the shoreline will maintain at or below 2,500. Departure frequency 34.9, squawking 7044.
November 5148 Victor Santa Maria Tower.
Someone's got a stuck mic.
Alright, gas, undercarriage, mixture, props, season belt, switch. Stuck mic.
This mic is on. He's got a stuck mic. I can hear him breathing. Oh no.
That's the 48 Victor Santa Maria Tower.
Oh, this could go really bad. Yes, is checklist usage. Oh, don't say anything really bad.
Santa Maria Tower, Skyhawk 5148 Victor, midfield right down 1430. Skyhawk 5148 Victor, Santa Maria Tower, runway 30, clear to land, also be advised you have a stuck mic.
Roger, clear to land, runway 30514 Victor.
Bonanza 72 Sierra, read back correct, except it'll be heading 250 until the shoreline, then a left downwind, or correction, left crosswind departure.
Roger that, 250 until the shoreline, and then left crosswind departure, Bonanza 9072 Sierra.
Bonanza 72 Sierra, read back correct, on a ground for taxi.
Ground for taxi, 72 Sierra. Okay, God, as much as I love ForeFlight, this is so easy to do. I love it. Tower 2095. Los Angeles ground, good evening. Bonanza 9072 Sierra, Atlanta, taxi.
Bonanza 9072 Sierra, LA ground, runway 25 left, taxi via Alpha Foxtrot.
Alpha Foxtrot 25 left, Bonanza 9072 Sierra. I apologize to all
Santa Maria
of you, all of my
7050 Quebec
sim
is 10
friends
miles northwest, looking for a
for
full stop with information zero.
the lack of scenery
Quebec,
here.
Santa Maria Tower, and a right
This is
downwind,
so
runway
stupid.
30. Right downwind 3050 Quebec.
And for the frames, I gotta get the frig out of here. I don't know why LAX, there's nothing here. Why are the frames so bad? Like, I've been doing stuff with way more objects on the ground, and it's just, yeah, don't worry about it, pal. It's just all cement. Thinking I should even do an orbit over Torrance. Make it extra lifelike. Each piece of tarmac separately rendered. I don't know what's happening. It's like there's a bit. Just look at all the freaking road, the traffic on the. That's probably what's doing it. Is all the. Like, why are there so many baggage carts? No one's flying. There's no facilities out here. There's no one here, guys. Why do you need to have so many baggage carts when there's nothing here?
21 Golf, contact SoCal approach 135.4.
I feel like this is crap.
135.4, 171 Golf.
That's good.
SoCal, good evening.
I guess it's really hard to do a rolling run-up
Level 5000. We have Victor.
with these crappy little rudder pedals. It's a freaking rally stage for baggage carts, dude.
Sky 48 Victor, right Alpha 6, taxi parking via Alpha.
Let's get the hell out of here. Let's get out of LAX.
We'd like to taxi back for northbound departure if possible, 514 Victor.
We're not coming back here ever
Victor,
again.
just remain on this frequency,
Deal?
runway 30, taxi via Alpha, and let me know when you're ready.
Alright, 30 on your via Alpha on this frequency, 514 Victor, thanks.
This guy have his stuck mic again. He does. Oh god, this is. He was about a minute from getting booted.
San Luis ground traffic, Echo 174 Echo Bravo.
BC, I thought it was cool.
Number 174 Echo Bravo, San Luis ground. How do you read me?
Really good.
Number 174 Echo Bravo, San Luis ground. Go ahead.
174 Echo Bravo, we're at transient parking. Ready for a south departure.
Yeah, BC, it was super cool. The coolest part about it was the big planes. But honestly,
Number 174 Echo Bravo,
the big airport doesn't do it for me. Honestly,
Alpha, thanks.
it is impressive to see the planes up close, but
Number 5148.
I want,
Victor,
you know, I
think
much
you had a,
prefer
stuck mic
the
again.
GA airports. Los Angeles Towers, Bonanza 9072 Sierra, holding short 25 left at Foxtrot.
Bonanza 9072 Sierra, Los Angeles Tower, runway 25 left, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 25 left, Bonanza 9072 Sierra. Lights, camera, action. Let's get out of here, let's get out of here. Go, 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 move, 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 cleared right, cleared left.
Say again for 540 Victor.
What is going on right now?
So it's a 5148 Victor, Santa Maria. If you can hear me, you have a stuck mic, I believe, again. Just check your microphone.
We can hear everything. Alright, airspeed is alive, temps and pressures are good. Coming up.
Chester 50 Quebec, runway 30, clear to land.
Clear land, 3050 Quebec.
Yeah, this is what is annoying about this rep pack, is I am full power, full mixture, and I just dialed back the RPMs to 2600, which is exactly the real world procedure, and we're operating...
72 Sierra, radar contact, say altitude.
Climbing through 600 to 72 Sierra.
Bonanza 72 Sierra, left crosswind departure at the shoreline.
Left crosswind at the shoreline, Bonanza 9072 Sierra. What's up, German African? How's it going, man?
TBM 555 Hotel Papa.
Operating above the map RPM
Doing just fine. How about yourself? Well, we are like to pick up our IFR to Santa Barbara.
Okay, there's the shoreline. We're gonna crank it at the shoreline, and if you turn too early, you will get a letter from LAX saying that you turned too early.
Number 72 Sierra, contact departure 134.9, good night.
35 Banner, Bonanza 9072 Sierra, see ya.
TBM 555 Hotel Papa, clear to Santa Barbara Airport, Creep Tree departure, Marbella transition as filed, maintain 5,000, expect 9,000, 10 minutes after departure, departure frequency 120.55, squawk 4062.
5 Hotel Papa's cleared to the Santa Barbara Airport. Great Bay departure. Missed that second part. 5,000, 9,000, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 120.55. Squawk 4062 for 5 Hotel Papa.
TBM 5 Hotel Papa, reback is correct. After the Crypt 3 departure, it was the Morro Bay transition, then as filed is all I said.
Alright, Morro Bay transition. We'll comply with that. And we are ready to taxi information straight whenever you're ready.
Over that neighborhood there.
Hotel Papa, runway 29er, taxi via hotel, correction, Alpha.
29er via Alpha, 5 Hotel Papa.
SoCal Bonanza 9072 Sierra 2000, climbing 2500.
Bonanza 9072 Sierra. SoCal approach, leaving the Bravo space at this time. Resume on navigation, cancel altitude restriction.
ONAV and altitudes Bonanza 9072 Sierra. It's 5 o'clock in Germany in the morning. Well, my bad, dude. Happy Wednesday. It's X-Plane 11. Yeah, this is X-Plane 11. And there is Redondo Beach, Manhattan Beach.
50 Quebec, right at Alpha 6, taxi parking via Alpha, maintenance frequency, and that is a Cat 4 pass. Roger, thank you.
Alright, we're going to go right over...
Cessna 908 November,
right
contact Joshua here. Approach 126.1.
126.1, thank you very much. 61 November.
Alright, that looks pretty good.
Joshua approach, Skype 61908 November, level 1111 open.
Edis for John Wayne.
Sky 61908.
Here I use West Coast Buildings.
3002 November.
9072 Sierra, contact SoCal approach 128.1.
28.1, Bonanza 9072 Sierra.
San Luis Tower, Cherokee, Echo Bravo,
switch over, and then we're going to
Cherokee 174, Echo Bravo, San Luis Tower, runway 29, clear for takeoff, up down with departure group.
Let's get the ATIS while he's talking to them.
Arriving and departing runway 20 left,
contact SoCal approach
128.1. Visual approach is in use. VFR departures contact clearance delivery. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is
German African, thank you, dude. I appreciate it, dude.
Instruction. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Victor.
50 Quebec, Gia, but that's okay. You can taxi to Parker via Alpha, sir.
Let's see if we can spot the YF-23 from here.
Cap 4 pass speeding. Got that, thank you. You are welcome.
SoCal Centurion, level 5000 with Victor.
No, I don't know STF.
Excuse me, 1718 Gulf SoCal approach, John Wayne altimeter 2996, and expect the visual approach way 20 right.
Correct the ILS 20 right starting from
F14, YF-23.
18 Go, Roger. Fly heading 130
oh,
to
no, it's covered up. Oh no, there it is, YF-20, right there.
130 down to 4000.
Those tiny little smudges, got him. In sight. That's hilarious. Similar, yeah. This I've been really happy with the way this turned out. SoCal approach, Bonanza 9072 Sierra 2500. We've got information Victor at John Wayne.
Bonanza 9072 Sierra, John Wayne, correction, SoCal approach, John Wayne altimeter 29906, proceed to the Huntington Pier.
Alright, 29906, direct pier, Bonanza 9072 Sierra. Into the pier.
Return 1 Gulf, maintain 3000.
Maintain 3000, 17 Gulf.
Alright, if anyone's watching that was here when we did the 360 cam version of this, it's freaking hilarious, right? I mean, that camera turns real world flying into this. You know, there's the Vincent Thomas Bridge I pointed out from Gone in 60 Seconds. There's the little turnaround train track thing. There's the Queen Mary, and you could just do the same exact thing with real life footage from the real plane that you're doing right now in the sim. It's freaking crazy, dude. The thing you're using, does it work for other sceneries? Yeah, it should work. Dave, I use the Insta360 1X. On the low wing planes, I've got it on the tie down on the left wing, and on 176, you use the tie down on the left wing on the strut. And both work great. The one on 176 is a little bit better if I'm nitpicky, just because you can not only see the gear,
but 72 Sierra traffic 10 o'clock at 3 miles south to eastbound, 2,800 VFR type on them.
Alright, we'll be looking out for that traffic, Bonanza 72 Sierra.
Centurion 1 Gulf 5 from Snake.
Being able to see into the cockpit is kind of cool.
Localized clear hours from 20 right approach.
No, it's not payware, it's free. It's called West Coast Buildings. I don't have the link at the moment, but it's West Coast Buildings. 3D. It does a good job, of kind of mimicking local scenery. You know, you've got the docks, 3D docks in there. I think we got the aquarium. You know, it does a good job. You know, not all the colors are great, but you know, for a freeware plugin, what do you expect?
But in 72 Sierra, are you proceeding to Huntington Pier?
Affirmative, yes, sorry, we got distracted. 72 Sierra.
But in 72 Sierra, Roger. Squirrel!
Pretty much. Better than GoPro Max. Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure better than GoPro Max.
Centurion 1 Golf, contact
not that I have used it,
126.8.
but from the reviews and everything, yeah, it's the best.
Sierra, contact tower 126.8. Good night.
Was that us?
John Wayne Tower, Centurion 171 Golf, inbound on the ILS, 20 right.
Centurion 171 Golf, John Wayne Tower, runway 20 right, clear to land.
20 right, clear to land, 171 Golf.
Bonanza 90720, contact John Wayne Tower, please, 126.8.
26.8, Bonanza 90720. Wow. That's pretty deep. John Wayne Tower, Bonanza 9072 Sierra, 2,500 out at Seal Beach Direct, Huntington Beach Pier.
Bonanza 9072 Sierra. John Wayne Tower, enter right downwind, runway 20 right.
Right downwind 20 right, Bonanza 9072 Sierra. Good night, Ro. Have a good one, man.
Holding short 29 at Alpha, ready for departure.
TBM
Appreciate that, dude. Good to see you.
Clear to take off runway 29er. Thanks for having Bob.
Now in the next episode, this one is actually pretty. I'm excited for this one. The next stream is going to be debriefing the I-1. No, F. Brain. Take 2. 3, 2, 1. The next stream is going to be a debrief of the real world I-3 rating. Q and I did the I-3 in real life in 176.
10 minutes after departure.
And it was awesome. Oh my god, it was awesome. John Wayne to Burbank via the Coastal Papa 1 tech route. And I can't wait to debrief it with you guys because it was freaking cool. It was really cool.
10 minutes after departure 126.7, squawk 415.
Number 86 Pop Delta, readback is perfect. Readback correct. TBF 5 with no Papa contact, Santa Barbara departure. Have a nice day.
We'll call it departure. Thanks for the help. Good night.
November 9 at 8, November, Victorville altimeter 3001.
Bay 3 departure.
Alright, we're cleared to land.
1,800.
Oh no, we're not clear to land. We're just enter right base.
Says 9 or 8 November, Victorville altimeter 3001.
Slow this thing down. Let's see how fast we can keep this thing up. We're doing 172 over the ground right now.
Climate maintain 7,000.
Climate maintain 7,000 for 5 Hotel Papa.
TBM 5 Hotel Papa, that'll be your final for today. This way you can stay within the TRACON if that's okay with you.
We'll go 5
Hello, Maria.
Totally fine.
So hopefully I can get that footage like edited together for Thursday. That's my goal, is to have that ready to debrief on Thursday. So planning on showing the debriefing the real world flight and then actually doing the I-3. I have not done it on Pilot Edge yet. So the plan is to debrief it and then actually do it on Pilot Edge for credit. Do the I-3 for credit. Lost Texan, thanks, man. I really appreciate that, dude. Thanks for joining. Joint Tower Bonanza 9072 Sierra, about a 3 mile right base, 20 right.
Bonanza 72 Sierra. Extend with downwind, I'll call you base. You're going to be number 2 behind a Centurion, about a 3 mile final for runway 20 right.
Alright, roger that. We'll extend downwind and wait for your base Bonanza 90720.
Bonanza 720, if you have the Centurion site, let me know. Centurion should be headed to your left, again on a, or excuse me, headed to your right on about a 3-mile final for 20 right.
Negative contact, we'll let you know when we got on Bonanza 720. So we'll just parallel the 55. He's on a 3-mile final, which should be... should see the strobes pretty soon here. He's somewhere... coming up to the hangars. We're gonna be out in friggin' orange, dude. We're seriously, I'm almost like to my neighborhood. I think we probably could have done something different with this. Wow. Yeah, still negative contact on that Centurion 720.
Bonanza 720, just about to let you know if you can turn base now, no factor.
Alright, turning base 720.
Bonanza 720, going to be number 2 behind the Centurion now on a mile final, runway 20 right, clear to land.
Clear to land, number 2, 20 right, Bonanza 90720. Wow. U-turn over Villa Park. That's pretty fun. Alright, we got a little bit of downhill. Okay, parking lot before I change anything. That's the goal. The parking lot right before
PKF LAX November 727 for hotel. Good evening, 10,000.
Doing 184. That actually might be a little bit fast.
Bakersfield approach. Altimeter 29903. Good evening.
29903. November 727 for hotel.
170 should be fast.
Center Tower, Cherokee 1 Echo Bravo, 10 miles north, with information tango for full stop.
Cherokee 174 Echo Bravo, Santa Maria Tower, and a right downwind, runway 30.
Right downwind, runway 30, Cherokee 174 Echo Bravo. Off range ground, Cessna 86 Papa Delta, Atlantic Aviation,
can't pull into the parking lot. Oh, this is gonna be close.
Gulf with no delay.
I've done this with Brad in the real plane before. It's hilarious.
Via Bravo, remain this frequency. Good day.
Parking via Bravo, remain this frequency. 171 Gulf. Have a great night.
It's probably not going to be this dramatic because the...
Number 86 Papa Delta, Palm Springs, ground only 31 left, taxi via Alpha.
Via Alpha to 31 left, 86 Delta.
No! Oh my god! Yeah, that didn't work. Tower Bonanza 90720 going around.
Bonanza 72 Roger. Make right traffic.
Right traffic 20 right, Bonanza 720. Wow!
Bonanza 720, out of curiosity, was that previous aircraft not past the hold on your scenery?
Can you say that again?
Bonanza 72 Sierra, did you go around for traffic? Because it looked like the traffic was past the whole bar, so was that for another reason?
That was for another reason, 72 Sierra.
Roger, everything okay?
Yep, no, everything's good. Thank you, 72 Sierra.
Bonanza 72 Sierra, runway 20 right, cleared to land.
Cleared to land, 20 right, Bonanza 72 Sierra, request short approach.
Bonanza 72 Sierra, short approach, approved. Runway 20 right, cleared to land.
Cleared land 20 right, short approach, Bonanza 72 Sierra.
Cherokee 4 Echo Bravo, runway 30.
Yeah, I don't. Oh my god. I tried to hold the I tried to hold the flaps because I was just going too fast, and as soon as I hit the flaps, it just popped up like 400 feet. That was insane. It seems like sim planes really don't like slowing down as much as their real world counterparts, because you could do that at 1,000 feet, which we were at. You know, this thing will short approach all day long, and it's just not
Spring Tower, Central 86 Papa Delta is holding short runway 31 left, ready for IFR.
So you can't really do
31 left, clear for takeoff, 86 Papa Delta.
And then 72 Sierra, if you can make Foxtrot, then Bravo 2 parking, remain this frequency. Have a wonderful day.
Bravo 2 parking will stay with you, Bonanza 9072 Sierra. Thanks for the help.
Take care now.
You too.
TBM 5 Hotel Papa, Santa Barbara altimeter 2995. Status information.
Yeah, that's one of the things that it's kind of tricky to do when you're trying to replicate some real world landing procedures, particularly. I notice it in this plane. I notice it in the Rep Pack 172. The Just Flight Arrow does not have that problem. That thing will fall out of the sky immediately, which is fun, honestly. Some of these planes just need more drag, and they're like too willing to fly, especially that Rep Pack 172. That thing really wants to fly. This plane just doesn't slow down. The engine management on this is, as I don't think, very good, and I'm like by no means an expert on this plane, but I've flown around in it enough now and flown it enough now to know what you can do with it. And if you're going downhill at 160 knots, you push the prop full forward and, you know, trim up a little bit, it'll slow down to 155 really quick. You throw the gear, now you're going 90 over the numbers, and you can touch it down. No problem. And it obviously did not do that.
Looks like VOR.
To be fair, the rear arrow will drop out of the sky as well. I have heard that for sure, and I think the developers had heard that as well, and overly did it. You know, like to make it really dramatic. This plane, when you throw the gear out, like Brad said, you lose about 40 knots. And this is not a 300 horsepower plane, so it's a little bit lighter and should slow down even more because the gear and the wing and everything is the exact same. So you should have, you know, drag, the drag will affect the plane a little bit more, and it didn't slow down hardly at all. Yikes. So thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. This was all over the place, and I appreciate the support and watching. Hopefully I'll have the IFR footage, the i3. I did the i3 in real life, so hopefully I'll get that up by Thursday. Big problem with Carinata planes in my experience. I agree, Disco. Yeah. Not great. Well, thank you, Adoned. Pex, thank you so much. Disco, thank you. Peaceful, thank you very much for the follow. That is a follow at the buzzer. Got him. Thank you, dude. If you're on Pilot Edge, if you're interested in seeing the i3 rating done in real life and then done in the sim, that's the goal for Thursday. So, and then maybe Julia will be landing on an aircraft carrier tomorrow. She expressed interest in that for tomorrow. So that might be a little treat as well. Join the Discord if you haven't, guys. And we'll see you next time. Say hi to my friend. We're gonna do this. Seatback pocket. Tell him that Bill said hi and have a safe landing. All right, guys. Have a great night. See ya.